Good morning, everyone. It's another Monday morning, and that means it's another live webinar going on today. Those who obviously are watching the recording of this video, of this webinar, it's not Monday probably. Anyway, we are back to our skill set. We're gonna do another skill, or actually today we're gonna expand more on one of the skills I talked previously, and gonna give you a couple more examples. So I hope you'll find them useful. Just before I start, I would like to ask if any of you have any questions or have some suggestions or even give a feedback about these webinars, please don't hesitate to write to us. During this webinar, you can use the chat area. After I'll do the webinar, I'll be able to read any questions you have asked. But also you can use our email. It's fmgroupvideos@gmail.com, and then we can get back to you as soon as possible and answer and give you some any of the feedback you might have, so then we know how we can topics, and maybe we should change the later, but we want to find a time where will be more people joining us. Mondays worked for a while. I can see that now we get less and less people joining in, and I think the live webinar is better than the watching the recording, because then you can ask questions straight away. So please don't hesitate to write to us. Let us know what is the best time for you to have a webinar and what topics we could try. Okay, without further ado, I'm gonna go and try to do the presentation. I've talked a lot about why the skills are needed, and we went through a couple of the skills of Big L, and the magic sequence of words are the skills. The skill set, which when you actually learn it, you are able to kind of manipulate a person, to manipulate your prospect or team member in actually thinking the same way you want them to think. So this is very, very useful skill, because if you master it, you will be able to get only yeses from people. Everyone will be much more open for you and your opportunity. So I'm going to share my screen and show you the PowerPoint presentation. Okay, I hope you can see this. So MLM skill number 8, and it's called the magic sequence of words, or simply how to get yes from people. So would it be okay if this is one of the magical sequence of words which we talked last time, where by adding to anything you would like to tell to people or ask people, by adding would it be okay if, you actually open people's mind, you're asking for the permission. And most of the time they find that most of the time people don't want to say no if you are very politely asking them if would it be okay. Now this is slightly different examples which you can see on your screen, but I'm going to read them out as well. But these examples would help your people's mind open up, you know, to actually want to hear a bit more. So if you use would it be okay if you could fire your boss and start your own business, that will open up people's mind and interest in wanting to find out what are you going to talk about later. So we actually maybe won't say yes straight away, but the mind is going to be opened to hear what you're going to say, so you will be able to do the presentation. Would it be okay if you could earn extra money while still getting paid from your main job? Again, you adjust these, try which situation is possible. You can find more examples online. I just thought it's some of these examples were suitable for our business, so I thought I'm going to use them. Would it be okay if you could lose weight by eating cookies? Here, obviously, you are referring to our metabolism and Greek coffees. Would it be okay if you could put off wrinkles for an extra 10 years? So if you maybe talking about Gold Regenesis skincare and creams, I think they're going to be quite useful thing because, women obviously want to put off wrinkles and they would be glad to like it. But if you use the technique, would it be okay if it would be the way for them to be open to hear more and try the testers? Another one is I just found out. You probably heard about this one, quite a lot of examples, but this one is very useful as well because it gives people the sense of curiosity. They're thinking, oh, you just found out, I want to find out that too. And it also makes people a little bit more opened up to you because they think, you just found out about that, so you're not any different from me. So you kind of get to the same level as the people you're talking to. I just found out how to feel better, look better, and earn money at the same time. And this one, you're obviously giving example where you can, feel better by drinking um, very nice and healthy coffee, or actually we do feel better if we smell very nice. You look better if you use FM mineral makeup, and you can earn extra money at the same time because you're referring these things. I just found out how to take a 6 month vacation twice a year. Well, this one obviously is a bit of a joke, but if you look at some of the FM leaders, you can see that their life seems like they are taking a 6 month vacation twice a year. It seems like they never ever do work. We only go from holiday to holiday and or from party to party. So I think this one is actually make quite sense, but you can adjust it to the level where you think it's possible for your prospects to understand you better. I just found out that the high street perfumes are way overpriced and you can buy better quality ones even cheaper. So here you are straight away getting to the products. I adjusted this one to FM. And people go, yes, I actually do know that they were overpriced, but I didn't find out yet that you can buy better quality ones even cheaper. So there we're going to open up to a new idea. We're going to get piece of information for themselves, and they're gonna be glad that you mentioned this to them. I just found out that mineral makeup is the only makeup that benefits your skin. Again, we all know the difference between decorative and mineral makeup, and with FM we're offering mineral makeup. But first of all, before you offer it, you open up information about the mineral makeup. You let people know why it is good, not starting to push the product. You're just talking in general about mineral makeup. Another one, which is one of the favorite of some FM leaders, there are two types of people in the world: those who only dream and those who make dreams come true. So obviously, when you tell this thing, the people's mind are gonna freeze. They're gonna go, I am at the moment only dreaming, but I would like to be that part of people which has the dreams come true. So what do I need to do? And then you listen to the whole presentation. There are two types of people in the world: those who are open-minded and looking for opportunity, and those who pick up the crumbs the boss leaves behind. Well, this one is a harsh one, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people after hearing this will want to hear more about that opportunity you have to offer. There are two types of people in the world: those who know how to keep their skin young and those who have wrinkles even as we speak. Again, I'm referring to colorigenesis, but I think, quite a lot of people, we do have it as a habit where you're wrinkling and you're thinking, oh, actually, it would be so good to actually know how to keep my skin young. So you are freezing people's mind. You're making people to want to listen to your whole presentation, not only the little snippets. Some people have figured out a way to earn more money than their spouses. Some people have figured out a way to stop struggling in their home business. Some people have figured out a way to work from home and earn enough to support their families. Wouldn't any of these would work on any of your friends? Of course we would. Because, we're thinking that some people have figured out, I should figure out this too. And then you kind of, the person who is telling you the sentences, you're open to these ideas. Now, there are some rules which gonna work quite well if you just remember them. The first one is always use small words and don't try to impress with big words. It's better if you keep it to the same level as people, because you don't know, maybe the person you're speaking is not very familiar with lots of big words, and then they're just gonna get bored if they don't understand you. It's better if they do understand you. Short is better. If too long, you will lose them. You've seen I've did some longer words, but actually, if it's possible, keep them as short as possible. Only add one bit of information at a time. So then for people, it will be better to concentrate, and always use a third person. Like if you remember in the previous one, we said some people have figured out a way to earn more money than their spouses. So we used the third person. We didn't use, you know, that you can earn more than your spouse, or anything like that. We use a third person because then for people, it's getting more wanting to belong to the group. People in general want to belong to something. So when we hear some people, they're thinking, I want to be part of these some people. Okay. Now, the other way of how to tell the sentence is if and then. We talked about it in our previous webinar. But here we'll be getting a bit more examples. If you learn the necessary skills needed, then you will be successful in your business. Well, this one is a motto of these webinars we're doing, because I know that if you learn the skills, if you actually will go through all of these, if you put time in learning this, you're going to be successful in your business. All the leaders who are successful in them, they listen to webinars, they go to seminars, they spend time reading, they actually put time to learn the skills. If you spend an hour a day for your business, then you will see a change in your team growth. So again, we're just giving it as an example, an hour a day, but it is true. Quite a lot of people moan, and it doesn't work. My team is not growing. The reason for that is because you expect, you recruit a couple people and you just expect them to come to you. But if you put an effort and spend an hour a day, every day, constantly for your business, you will find the better ways how to do it, and you will see that change in your team growth. If you start drinking a real metabolism coffee, then you will notice the difference it makes to your metabolism system. Well, this one is a simple one, but you don't want to tell the people, but then you're gonna lose lots of weight, because some people might not lose the weight if they actually gonna still eat lots of crap food. It's not gonna work. So you actually want people to tell that it's gonna work on the metabolism system, and most of the time, people who are actually drinking a real metabolism coffee, they notice that they are not that hungry anymore, and the system is much quicker because a metabolism coffee makes your metabolism system to work much faster. So you don't want to tell them lies, you just want to tell the facts. Another way to do if and when statements is, well, first you tell a fact, then you tell another fact, and then you insert a small bit of new reasonable information. So this is just a slightly different way of how to do it. So there are a couple examples. You know how they say that high street perfumes are highly overpriced due to celebrity endorsements, and that these prices are only going to be higher? But some people have figured out a way how to get same or better quality for only a third of that price. So in the first one, you give them a sentence: high street perfumes are highly overpriced. Then you say these prices are only going to be higher. And then you give a piece of information for people that there are someone who have figured out the way. If you look at this sentence, you can see there is quite a lot of magic sequence of words used here. We use how, we used some people have figured out, and that's a way how people are gonna listen to you more, because they will, when you tell them how, they'll go, of course I know how would I not know? And then you actually tell them some people have figured out a way, you'll again will go, I want to be part of these people, I want to figure it out too. The second one is people are getting laid off and unemployment is at its highest, but some people have figured out a way to quit their job and still have a full-time income. So the first sentence we said people are getting laid off. When we said that unemployment is at its highest, and now we gave them some information that there are people who actually quitted their jobs because they don't want to get laid off first, and they have a full-time income. So these simple examples, I think it's the last one so far. Okay, so these little examples I'm gonna help you a little bit to incorporate these to your prospecting language, as to say, and I would encourage you to try and use them. I know I've been saying this, and I know that some people are using them, but if you can give me some feedback how you find these sentences working, maybe you have recruited someone using the sentence or sold a product using the sentences, that would be a good feedback, so we can keep continuing going in that. And if it doesn't work, also tell us, so when we can see what we can adjust, because as Bigal says, the research shows that there's 97% these magical sequence words works on people. So obviously there are 3% which wouldn't work, but 3% is a very small number compared to the 97%. So we hope that you're not going to meet those 3% and you're going to actually meet 97% of people where you can actually manipulate their mind, freeze their mind, and be able to pass the information to them and get them to buy the products and to be recruited and become a team members. Because we all know it's not only for your own benefit, all those people will get very good benefit by joining FM. So that's it for today. I haven't seen any questions so far, so I think everyone is clear with what we wanted to hear. Thank you again for listening in. If you find this useful, please share this video with your team members. And as I said, it's going to be a recorded webinar, so you will be able to share it. And I'm going to see you next Monday, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the next skill from Bigal. So thank you again, and have a lovely week, and enjoy October, which is going to be really good and successful month. Bye.